man.
Listen, you know the vibes. It's Tuesday night. It's Tuesday night live. The first Tuesday in April, the last week of the regular season, the end of college basketball. So we're gonna give out some awards a little bit later. But before that, I got my man Ham in the building. I got my man Trav in the building. We're gonna talk about the Final Four, or should I say the Final Fours. We're gonna get into the end of the NBA regular season. Still a lot we don't know. A lot of things is not quite settled. And then we're gonna end the show, man. We're gonna give out our awards. You know, you're gonna get a lot of talk over the next few weeks. Who's the MVP? Who's coach of the year? Who's rookie of the year? That's for them. We doing this our way. The 94 feet of life way. Fellas, before we get into it, what's going on? I know Ham looks like he got a couple screens open. Trav probably got a ball game on. Talk to me. What's happening?
Got the Grizz and the Blazers last home game for the Grizz. Portland and shit had to call Radstack. A couple motherfuckers called them up. Get them some hours.
Need some tips. With the G League up.
Right. You know, they called select staff or something.
Select staff.
I don't even know if Dame made the trip. Just one of them kind of deal. I ain't even seen the Dame even sitting over there, but just cooler, man. It's like it's not the dog days, but it's like that little few days of rest that we get before. I'm letting y'all know right now, I ain't gonna be able to do that 9:30 shit. It's 9:30 Central, I ain't gonna be able to do too many of that. What's funny is that I watch them early in the morning on the replay. Like 2 in the morning.
You know what? They're going to get those times as long as they got them 4 letters that begin with a W as their conference. They're going to get it every time.
Man, you know, we are back in season where West Coast basketball is like, man, I really got to stay up for it.
Yeah.
And me now being in the Eastern time zone, Lord, these 10:30 starts, man. But Trav, what's going on with you, man?
Dude, man, I mean, as y'all see me now, I'm just sitting down in the chair, getting settled, man. But other than that, man, I do this out the love and the passion of what we do, man. So I'm here, man. Let's get this thing going because there's some things we got to speak about.
And let's get to it, man. In the words of my girl, Queen Latifah, ooh, ladies first, ladies first.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the women's Final Four. Shout out to the national champions, Louisiana State Lady Tigers, who won the whole thing. But because this is America, because we are who we are, we gotta make it extra. There was a little bit of controversy. Now, here was my take on it, Ham and Trav, and this is what I want y'all to. The funniest part of it was the people who truly lost. Iowa's women's team, Iowa's players, coaches, were the least upset about it.
Well, as Slick Rick once said, this type of shit happens every day.
Hey,
it's one of those things.
Tell people what you said about people who are upset about it. What they never do.
They ain't hoop outside, man.
Never play.
Here's the thing about hooping outside that people don't understand. We ain't talking about, okay, yeah, you can bang out, you know what I'm saying, at your crib, in your driveway, your backyard. If your house is the spot, your house is the spot. I'm one of them. My house was the spot to the tune where my mama had to get her driveway repaid. after we got grown. It was that live. But when you went to go to other subdivisions, other neighborhoods, neutral playground courts where it go down. You know what I'm saying? It's wide open space like that, and you outside and scuffles, the fights, the insults, that's the scuffles and fights that stem from insults. It stem from shit talking. It stem from, and out there it's way worse. See, at least in the game, the referee got control. You know what I'm saying, within the confines of the line. Referee can cut that off. But this and other waving off the non-shooters, and it's part of it. It's part of the script. A lot of y'all people that it makes people uncomfortable, but that's not our fucking problem. You in our culture, when you go across, it's kind of like, let's go back when they were in the bubble. And who was that? That was Montrez that called Luka a punk ass white boy. And all the white boys were like, hey, that's just kind of how it go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, we on the other side of this, y'all. This is a part of that culture. It's not, whether y'all like it or not, it's not for y'all to accept. This is how it go down. Now, of course, the more mild end of things, where we have Sunday over the weekend, really throughout the tournament, because ever since I've been aware of Caitlin Clark, she's been busting folks up. She talk cash money, and I'm a fan of it. So it's a part of the deal.
I think we just have it. It's like one thing you say, Ham. What's the kind of one to phrase that? If you don't like women's basketball, just say that. Just say you don't like women's basketball, because what people got so uptight with Angel Reese about is done every night in the NBA. Every night.
You know who else we see doing it too? We even see the youth doing it. They little man and folks. The little man are little man people.
You turn on any Ball is Life mixtape, any boys and men's, it's every night. Yet somehow Angel Reese is the heel. Somehow. Trav, I know you had some thoughts on it.
Big shot. Memphis is famous for being heel. Do you agree with that, J-Ham? They're famous for that. But one thing about the heelism that Memphis do have is they try to win even in defeat. I'm blaming all this. They're going to do something like, oh, y'all lost, but I had 40. Gives a shit. You lost. Saying that.
Can I give them the latest example? Go
ahead with the latest example.
Go to state rent free. Nigga, they beat you in 6. What you talking about?
Saying that to say this. The media who all has something to say something negative about a 20-year-old young lady, that's exactly what you did. You tried to win even in defeat. Like, you really call her classless. You really called her ghetto, hood. Goddamn, just call her a nigga on national TV if you're going to do that.
I mean,
because that's basically what you did.
How about y'all put a body on and box her out?
That's what you did do. She got every right to flash the ring finger. She got every right. You can't see her. Evidently you did. She had double-digit boards and double-digit rebounds. I mean, double-digit points. You didn't do that. No, if you didn't see her,
Had 34 double-doubles.
34 double-doubles this season.
That's wild.
I think she broke Atlanta Boston's record.
Yeah. Right. And of course, it's been going back since when they both were in the Big Ten.
Right.
So it's like, I ain't just talk shit, child. This is what it is. She a fiery competitor. It's cool.
Why we tripping? Why are we tripping?
Yeah.
Why are we tripping?
We tripping because we don't want women. We want to keep women as demure, tame. This new generation of woman athlete ain't going for that. And if you watch the tournament, period, Miami, all of them talk. Louisville, all of them talk. The only team I saw in the tournament legitimately that don't do a lot of talking, I think that's just because Gino was on that sideline. He just don't play that. Is UConn. Everybody else, they letting you have it.
They letting you know.
I think the coaches are kind of cool with it to help push and promote the game. Bring some juice to it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, more so than anything, you can watch a bad night of women's basketball, but if it's fiery competitive, you're gonna stick with the joint. You know what I'm saying? Just to see who gonna pull through enough to come out on top and get the dub. You know what I'm saying? That's a regular season, that's a tournament game, whatever.
And that young girl been doing it. That young girl been doing it ever since she stepped foot on their campus. She was she was doing it in Maryland, transferred. LSU, they gave her the green light, and she been doing it, and she been backing it up ever since. But the media, y'all slaw as hell for this.
And then the next thing, well, this generation, they soft. They too nice.
Oh. You either gonna be classless, which classifies as them being tough, or they just talking, or they soft because they talented.
Well, I'm gonna tell them to shut the fuck up. Is the next time when I'm talking about how great of a fucking trash talker Larry Bird was.
Yeah, Keith Olderman.
You bring that back into play. That's what I'm telling you.
Keith Olderman. What's the other punk dude that said something? And Shaq said
that boy that's at Barstool, that run Barstool.
Yeah, Shaq said, hey, your mommy is too. Said classy. He said the young girl was classy. This man said your mommy is. Shaq got on there quick, said your mommy is too.
I just feel like there's just, and Ham has said this for years, and I agree with him. Y'all just don't like women's athletics.
No, they don't.
You just don't like it. And it doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't.
What's laughing is the ratings from this past tournament, the past couple tournaments, actually.
No. Let's put it. Let's if we're gonna talk numbers, let's go ahead and talk it. 9.9 million people viewed this national championship. Y'all do know this is the most viewed national championship game, men's and women's, of all time.
And let's also put it in perspective too. They put them in the NBA slot. Sunday afternoon, 3:30.
3:30.
Network television, not cable.
They got 9.9, man. Them folks almost got 10 million. Might well just chalk it up. Them folks got 10 million. They put that young lady put all 10 million people. She did what Floyd Mayweather do. You either gonna watch her lose or watch her win. But guess what you
and
did?
They got their money at the gate too, because people went to the venue to watch the goddamn tournament.
And it was
back up off the phone.
It was a perfect thing. It was that perfect contrast. I'm not gonna go as far because we got to see how it progressed. But it was almost Bird Magic in 79.
Yeah.
You got LSU, who we know is very black.
And one of them on the women's hoop side, one of them.
LSU is black. They tough. They strong. They talk loud. They doing what they do. The flip side, you got Caitlin Clark, who is Bird for them. She's Bird, and she's incredible.
In the heartland of America.
She is cold. She cold. She cold.
That's because I know Ham is a big wrestling guy. That's the storyline.
That's the storyline.
From the South versus the pretty much all-white team from the Heartland. It's perfect. It's perfect. So to me, y'all in the media, not even the media, some of y'all in our group,
stop.
Because this is a new age of woman athlete. This is not Chris Everett and Steffi Graf, and it ain't. Now, on the flip side, we talk about one of the most dominant Final Four runs of recent year. I had to go back, Ham and Trav. The Ty Lawson Hansborough, North Carolina team is probably the last team I can remember that ran through a tournament the way UConn ran through that one.
Double-digit wins.
I think Bronson and them won 6 by 10 too, by 10 or more as well.
Yeah, maybe, but Trav, I want to talk about UConn, man.
They did exactly what they supposed to do.
Talk about it.
They did exactly what they supposed to do. You got what's Sanogo or whatever. He was dominant. Number 24 Hawkins shooting the cover off of. Number 11 shooting the cover off of. They did exactly what they supposed to do as their Connecticut team. Their Connecticut team was just the better team that day. They were shooting the cover off of it. They defended well. San Diego State made a run. Broke it down to 6. But UConn was just, at this point, they were just too much. San Diego State been doing the comeback from 14, 3 straight games, I want to say.
Yeah.
Like 2 or 3 straight games. They just didn't have, at that point, they didn't have enough gas in the tank to pull this one off against a dominant team like Connecticut. So, hey, man, congratulations to the Connecticut Huskies, man. When folks got 5 on with 3 different coaches.
Ham, you're the historians. I want to talk about that point. They've won a title in every decade since starting with the 90s. They've won a pro title with 3 different head coaches. Kevin Ollie won 1. Danny Hurley has 1. Jim Calhoun won 3. And this is going to be a very first take-ish question, but I'm going to ask you. Is that a form of a dynasty?
That is. It's a blue. They're officially a blue blood.
Okay.
Do we even? Here's a question I got to ask though. Do we call college winning programs dynasties?
Well, I refer to them as blue bloods.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
because it's about the lineage. You know what I'm saying, in that sense, and so. You got to look at it from that standpoint, like what Big Shot said. They won one pretty much every decade since the 90s. And they got one with 3 different head coaches. The only other one that's got 3, the only other program that's won 3 different head coaches in my lifetime that I can think of off the top of my head is Kentucky. And they're already a blue blood anyway. Because you had Rick and Tubby, then you got John.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But everybody's like, just thinking through it, I'm like, no, them the only ones, you know. So, and just think about their imprint in general with the Big East. Original Big East and the newly formed Big East, to which is really, we might have to really put them up there as probably question the problem. They may be the best league in America right now. You know what I'm saying? Strong finishes were crazy. You had Marquette that was real good. You got a champion in UConn. They got some hitters up there. You know what I'm saying? So, and what they did in the tournament in terms of just, even last night, they leave you no room for error.
None.
If they get their hands on the basketball and deflect it, it's going the other way. They finna get a deuce out of it, or they finna find one of them motherfuckers trailing. He finna pull up.
That's exactly what they. That's exactly what they were doing. That's exactly.
That's exactly. They did that all tournament. And then Big Shot hit me this morning. They was like, they were 17-0 against non-Big East opponents and beat everybody by 10 or more. That's insane.
That's insane for real.
Also, it speaks to how good Big East is too, because they didn't even win that in the regular season.
They looks like an old UConn team. They look like the old Calhoun teams.
You know why it happened though?
Go ahead.
Les told us why it happened. Les had already said why it happened, because they did right by the brothers.
They did right by Kevin.
After they did wrong by Kevin Otter, they did right by him.
They paid their dues.
They paid their dues. They paid their dues. It's all good. And greatness was allowed to resume in Stores, Connecticut.
The reason why I had to imply that Dynasty Blue Blood did, because when you say Blue Bloods, you kind of give room to college teams that kind of don't make it. That's Blue Bloods. Like, we call Indiana a Blue Blood, right?
Once upon a time,
we call them a Blue Blood. We did.
I don't know more. I don't know more.
I don't know more. I don't. But when you listen to commentators, they refer to them as a Blue Blood.
They do.
They ain't been blue. They've been getting smacked black and blue, but they ain't been blue for a minute.
You look at Indiana. Usually the Blue Blood names are Indiana, Kansas, UCLA, Duke, Kentucky, North Carolina, Arizona, Michigan State.
Yep.
Kentucky.
Yeah,
I like Blue Blood.
Those been it.
But you win a title in 4 different decades, 3 different coaches.
You are certified Blue Blood. You're certified. You certified. Got it. Hey man, again, man. Congrats to the UConn Huskies, man. They did exactly what they supposed to do. They kicked their ass and took names.
And Travis Hammond, it continues the theme of pretty much since 94 feet has been open. Grown-ups.
Grown man.
Check this out. Grown-ups, you gotta be grown. Good guard play. And free throws.
Big free throw.
UConn did just that with Hawkins, the other guard, number 11. They hitting shots.
I like Hawkins, man. Hawkins nice.
He letting that thing ride.
Hawkins nice, man.
And is connecting. I'm talking about he ain't just shooting it just to be shooting it. He letting that thing ride with accuracy.
Hawkins, old school big 2 guard.
Hey man, he coming out that thing. He ain't got a dribble, raise, smack.
Yeah, so now it'll be interesting, man. The transfer portal is open, but UConn, if UConn comes back mostly intact, they're going to deal with next year.
They're going to do it again.
You're going to have to deal with it next year, man.
One thing, UConn, let me give you some advice. UConn. Don't have no damn gal over there, UConn Husky, y'all messing with. Gino, keep them gals away. Keep them away. Keep them away. Learn from this. Keep them away. You got a shot to repeat.
They got a UConn women team has got, if they're healthy.
That's the thing with them.
If they're healthy next year, they gonna have one of them squads. We can't look for it. We have to have our man. The Blue Blood conversation is new. We're gonna have to have my man G2 back one day during this sort of off season and find out Who are the Blue Bloods?
Who the Blue Bloods?
Who the
Modern
Blue
day style. Yeah, modern day style.
I feel like you, Trav. You could lose your Blue Blood status. You
That's
could
what I'm
lose.
saying. That's what you. I don't think. I don't know about Indiana, man. I don't know. We're gonna have to.
I ain't got him there no more.
I don't think so.
What your boy Curtis say? Damn, homie.
I knew you was the man.
Homie.
What the heck is you?
Indiana, Georgetown.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when we were kids, Georgetown, Georgia Tech, UNLV,
Blue Bloods.
Hey, Georgetown even lost their HBCU status with me, man. It's like, man, y'all
oh no. You know what, Georgetown. The only thing that I can take from you is them doggone shorts. I can keep the shorts. Other than that, everything else.
Y'all got to go back to the Kente cloth.
Right, exactly.
Got to go back to
it.
Yeah. We're going to get into our award show here really, really shortly. But I want to talk about, fellas, the end of the regular season. And credit where it is due. We give them a lot of slack. We mess with their fans a lot. But there's credit due on two coasts. And that's Madison Square Garden with the Knicks and in the Staples. The Lakers, the last 2 to 3 weeks, I'm not ready to go as far as the mainstream. Oh, Lakers is a title contender. I'm not ready to go that far. But they are at that status where if they can get out of this playing, and you get a Laker team with LeBron and AD against a team like Sacramento with not a lot of playoff experience, that becomes a dicey.
Big shot. Keep going. I'm gonna tell you this. The Lakers are they're on the chemistry set of a team that's dangerous.
Yeah.
They're getting healthy. They're making good plays at the right time. And they're getting lucky. You
need that.
You need it. You got to catch up a couple breaks.
That is the chemistry set. That is the chemistry set of surviving and advancing in these NBA playoffs. You got to stay healthy. You got to play well on both ends. And you got to be lucky. Do somebody want to see that team as a 6 seed?
No.
First of all, they're getting rest. Again, that's more inquiring to the health. Because they ain't got to play for those next 2 to 3 days. LeBron and AD healthy?
Got a shot.
You cannot discount that out.
The Lakers and Golden State are a really dangerous 6. Whoever ends up in that spot, because they got the know-how, they got the experience. Now, we talk about props on the other end, and I'm going to let my man Jay Hamcoat have this one because he has a lot of fun messing with Knicks fans and our main man, Matthew Gordon. However, Brunson, I don't know how the all NBA voting going to break because a lot of guys are having big years. I think Brunson has played all NBA level ball for pretty much this entire year.
Mm-hmm.
He has played. That's as for what he's gone way above what I thought that way above what I thought that was going to be.
Well, I mean, shit, I can't do nothing but give them the props. I mean, they hooping. You know, I'm gonna do that anyway. They still ain't shit though. You know what I'm saying? We break it down to the whole deal. They ain't gonna beat shit till they win the most. They gotta win the NBA finals for them to reach that. But neither here or there. He changes the dynamic of their team a whole lot.
Yeah.
Because it's like you look at them going into a playoff series without him, they'll be done about five. They'll be lucky to get to 6. Look at them now, like they can win the series with them. You know what I'm saying? Just especially when they matched up with Cleveland.
Yeah, we pretty much we gonna have Cleveland, New York in the first round. We should be a
They can win that series. I'm not saying they will. I'm not even giving no prediction at this point, at least anyway. That's winnable though. You know what I'm saying? In terms of just the matchup that you get, you know, on paper like that is winnable. Now, how they were adjusting, whatever the case may be. But just in general, that matchup that he'll have in that first round, you know what I'm saying, across from him, whether it's Spider or it's DG, you know what I'm saying, it's
tough.
New York City basketball back being real interesting, man. It's
And
good though, because the guard needed some good usage.
We've said that so many times on this show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's no better place in the basketball than Madison Square Garden on a playoff game.
We really count on. We understand that it's better when the Knicks are good or competitive.
Yeah.
It's just a better
Right,
league.
right.
Same thing with the Lakers. Same thing with any big market. You know what I'm saying? Team that's got, you know, some type of lineage of some kind where, you know, the fandom is special. You got to say that for the Knicks, the motherfuckers they won in 50 years. You know what I'm saying? You know, with the Lakers, you know, they got something standing on the Bulls. They got the 6 that, you know, we've seen in our lifetime, the whole deal. You know, the Celtics, the whole, you know what I'm saying? So it's better when those teams are good. It just is. Because now, we already looking at it crazy because we got Denver, Memphis, Sacramento. It's your top 3 in the Western Conference, and people ain't used to that. Just the same way that people weren't used to Florida Atlantic, Connecticut, Miami. They're not used to that. You know, so the reaction of it may be like, hey, what the fuck is this? But they get the hooping, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, this was dope. You know, and it's just better when you got a brand like the Knicks, though.
And Trav, you talk about the chemistry, and this is not any shade or against Kyrie, but you look at the result of not re-signing Brunson, a guy, his temperament, to me, this is where you talk about the chemistry, Trav, I'll speak on this. His game matches Luka's game way better than Kyrie's game matches Luka, despite the fact that Kyrie is the better player.
You said it, man. You said it. It just matches better. He know how to play. I guess you have to say down so Luka can play up.
Mm-hmm.
And make it better. It kind of coincides because you got 2 people at a hyper elite level. It seems to not work. They got to have that Robin. I think Brunson is a better Robin than Kyrie. He's a better Robin to Luka than Kyrie. Kyrie is so good it hurts. And that's crazy that we say that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy that we say that. Kyrie is so good, it hurts. It hurts the team. And it hurts Dallas. I hate to say it, but it hurts Dallas.
I mean, Kyrie is Iverson.
Bingo.
Sometimes guys are so great that they literally defy all odds as to what they should be to be able to win championships. But in order to do that, they literally have to dumb down their greatness to a level in which you will see their artistry. I mean, we look at the Dallas right now. Everybody acting like this is a shocker. We say this already in Denver with Carmelo and AI got on the same team. They literally was number 1 and 2.
That's exact. That is.
Yeah.
And scored. And what was they, like a 5th seed, 6th seed, something like that? Only for Iverson to lead break Billups in, and they made it to a Western Conference Finals. Now, is that to say Billups is better than AI? Of course not. Nowhere near. But it's just a better fit because Billups knows how to play the way he needs to play in order for it to translate to winning. It's still a team game, you guys. I hate to break it to you. It's a team game. And I got a rant for that, but I ain't going to do it today.
It is. And save that rant and take some notes on it because next Tuesday will be the play preview show. So we're going to really, really dig into it. But, you know, we know we give them hell. But shout out to the Knicks and shout out to the Lakers. Listen, when 94, we are not haters. When you perform, we give you it. We give you a prop. And speaking of performing, before we get to the award show, the Bucks, 27-5 since All City 1977 got back into the lineup.
We tried to tell you.
That team, I still think Boston got something to say. Like the Source Awards in 95, Boston still got something to say.
Of course.
But Milwaukee, man. Drew, All City, and the Greek Freak.
They different, Big Shot. We've been saying this, man.
If they are
they
all
different.
Together, that is it.
Let's talk about the why, though. You know what, y'all? They here for the why. The people that do tune in, whether they acknowledge it, they tune in for the why. So here is the why. I just told you it's a team game. The game is about balance. Giannis is a freak of nature that is created pretty much in a lab. But when it comes to actual skill in basketball, you want him to keep it simple because you want him to be able to display his freak of nature athleticism. So what do you do to complement him? You get guys that have a high skill and IQ around him. Drew Holiday, highly skilled, highly IQ. Chris Middleton, highly skilled, highly IQ. This is what makes it even more dope. Both of them attack at the different spots on the offensive floor. So Drew, I can make the three, sure, but I don't need this mid-range. Get me in the paint with the left, with the offhand. Because now you're confused, because I like scoring with my offhand. So how you gonna guard that? You won't be, you thinking I might go, I like going left. I like finishing left. So that's a problem in itself. Now with Middleton, this is a tough shot. We want to give this shot up, but I'm hitting it consistently. So now you got to worry about that. Then you got Giannis. Then you got nothing but shooters around. Then you got Brook Lopez, who's an anomaly because he could go in the post and jump hook if you want, but really he'll let bare activity. Top of the key, wing, whatever you want. Yeah. I catch this three, keep this floor space. So now it's you have all of these weapons that are doing different things but are working together because nobody needs the same spot on the floor, nor does anybody need to do the exact same things to show themselves to be great. As opposed to Dallas, who we just talked about, they both need the ball in their hands. It's only one ball.
In Boston, be very clear. We're not talking about trading. We're not talking about trading Tatum and Brown. But that happens to them sometimes. When Tatum and Brown will almost run into each other, going to the same spot on the floor.
Yep.
And they got to get a little bit better floor balance. But Boston's roster 1 through 9 might have the best actual roster in the, like 1 through 9.
I think they're the deepest. I think they're the deepest team in the NBA. I think they're the deepest. I mean, like you said, 1 through 9. There's nobody. I can't think of nobody better. I mean, you can say. No, you can say
I think talent.
Milwaukee, but that's like 6 or 7. But just 1 through 9. Nah, I think
Boston's playoff rotation. Somebody's minutes are gonna get cut. Who is really good?
Or Denver.
Right.
Denver, you gotta go. I mean, in the East, there's nobody deeper than Boston. You can say Denver in the West, but I mean, nah.
And if I'm Boston, I wouldn't even do it. I wouldn't cut no minutes in the post.
I wouldn't.
I will trust it. That's
play.
What the Warriors have shown y'all the blueprint for the last 8 seasons. Curry, that yellow man, only plays 35 minutes. No more. No matter what's going on, he's playing 35 minutes. It could look real rocky. They could be down 20. Fourth quarter, Curry doesn't get in until 6 minutes. Y'all figure it out.
Yeah.
I trust this rotation to do what they're supposed to. We go on a nice 3-0 run, a 5-0 run, 10-2 run here and there. Keep us in. Okay, down 13, 6 minutes ago. Curry can cover that. If we get down 25-30, all right, I should eat. We good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Prepare for the next one. But yeah, Brogdon is a starter at pretty much the other half of the league. He can start.
85% of the league.
Yeah.
But Milwaukee, I think in the East, it's a clear line. It's Milwaukee, Boston, and it's a clear line under that. Philadelphia, I think, we're going to talk more about this in the playoff preview, Ham, and you tell me what you think. It still becomes a referendum on James Harden to me. Like, I trust the process, literally. I think Maxey, really, as a third option, Maxey's a real good third option. It's going to be, though, when we get to the playoffs, James Harden just cannot continue to have these spectacular bad games.
This man said spectacular.
Can't.
I'm talking about he's had some lousy shit come through. That's just all
yeah, lousy.
This man had spectacular bad games, man. That's like, oh my God.
Here's the thing with him though.
Oh snap.
He just needs to go hoop, but he don't have to. He got it. As long as he realizes he ain't got to carry all of it.
That's the thing.
You got a monster on the block.
He don't
First
know.
thing first.
As
long as he remember that part, I think he's gonna be okay.
What's his contract with Adidas again?
Good question.
A lot of strike.
It's so crazy about James because once upon a time, James knew how to defer properly.
Yeah.
And then he got that contract with Adidas.
He got that contract. He got the 95 in Houston. Then he got the Adidas money. And his triple double's been looking real Russell Westbrookish, man. I mean, like it's like one of those. Like it ain't like his assists don't even be assists like that no more. It don't impact the game. His assists don't impact the game, man.
I think I know where he went wrong.
Where?
The Taco Bell breakfast. That's just shit you ain't supposed to do.
That's a dangerous breakfast, sir.
You see what I'm saying? It's just shit. Some shit you just not supposed to do. Taco Bell for breakfast. Come on, man.
Wait till you retire for that. Like Reggie Miller with Wendy's, we get it now. You retire, get your bag. during.
I mean, what you gonna convince me Taco Bell got real eggs? Come on, man.
Hey,
But it was a bag. It was a bag.
we gonna let Big Shot get to these awards, but I'm finna y'all know what's fixing to happen to Philly. Before we go, I just gotta say this. Doc, you gotta get that shit together, man.
He not. Doc is.
I'm done.
Look, you know how like when you call up, your sister, your brother, or even your mom, and for those who got kids, you be like, yo, look, I'm gone for a weekend. Just make sure they don't kill each other. That's what Doc is. Doc is gonna make sure y'all don't kill each other. Now, if you have a good group of kids, like some obedient kids, Doc is gonna teach them everything, and they gonna be like great. But if you got some kids that ain't trying to listen, just gonna do what they want. He like, all right, just don't kill each other. We've seen 3 different sides of Doc. We have. We seen the Doc who had the talent and the guys who were locked in on winning. That was Boston. He ended up getting a title from that. We see the guys that were great talent, but made it about themselves over in the Clippers. Couldn't shake that. We see them with a bunch of dogs who we just want to hoop. Don't got the names or nothing. He did some interesting things with the Clippers once all those dudes left. When you brought in Pat Bev, when you brought in Lou Will, he did some interesting things. You could tell Doc was like enjoying coaching. Now he's back kind of in that how it was with the Clippers, but it's a little bit kind of, it could be Boston, but it ain't. And he just don't got the energy to he don't got it. Like, look, stop playing with the socket. Whatever. Just don't. All right, don't electrocute. Whatever. Play with the socket. See what happens. That's what Doc is. Play with the socket then. Go.
Man.
That's but he's
the analogy pig. I do this.
No, the analogy is on though, because if that thing doesn't, I think to me, and if you're Philadelphia with Embiid, right? They made an Eastern Conference Final?
Oh.
Toronto was semi. Well, that wasn't even him.
Got knocked out in the semi.
That wasn't even him. Oh yeah.
But I mean,
it was semis. It was the East semis. You're right.
No semi.
But when you got, and MJ stresses, which we know it's a team game, man. But when you have that guy, you got process. And we ain't getting out, we can't get to Memorial Day. We like to measure things around the holidays here at night. We can't get to Memorial Day.
We can't get you past the Frankie Beverly and Mays Anthem Day.
Right.
Come on, man.
You make me happy. Where that's playing this Memorial Day.
We can't get a Philadelphia Phillies 76ers doubleheader on Memorial Day. Nope. Day night style. The baseball in the daytime with the hooping at night. Can't get that. And you got the process. See, that's that Ponzi scheme, y'all. See, we got to go back to about 6-7 years ago when we did the show about them being fucking Ponzi scheme. Now, they got to pay their dues too.
Hey, look, I apologize for anything I said 6 or 7 years ago. I was on a different time. Like, mentally, screws ain't loose right now, but it was a lot of stuff. Man, I had to go to a mechanic.
What was part of the name? Sam Hinkie?
LTD or something like that.
Hinkie, yeah.
Hinkle LTD, like
Sam.
Oh my God.
Let's get to it, man. The 94 Feet of Life Awards. Y'all think we're gonna come here and say, who's your MVP pick? No. Who's your coach of the year pick? No. We ain't talking. This is our awards, man. Stuff that we came up with. I'm gonna give Trav and Ham a little bit of time to get the screen set up, get the winners up. But this was something
I didn't cop it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to you should be able to, cause they didn't flip the script on this screen share stuff. So let me do this right here.
Okay.
For participant. So Ham, if you on your computer, correct?
Oh,
So if you got those saved, you have the ability to screen share. So you just hit screen share and pull them up.
no, I ain't actually on my. I'm actually on my. I'm
You
actually
got
on
them
my
on
tab.
there.
I ain't on the computer though.
So y'all keep going. I'm gonna upload them. I got you.
Okay. So what track
for the creativity on the marketing though? Like y'all, he going ham, literally.
Right. So while
Hey,
I want MJ and Ham to tell us, don't announce the winner yet.
Yeah.
Tell us your award, how you came up with it, so the people know what's going on. Trav, me start with you. Tell.
well, as I stated on the as I stated on the post, as I stated on the post, I'm the coordinator for all events concerning hill activity for the crew, and you just gotta show love to the cats that do hill shit for the benefit of their squad. Sometimes it can be a detriment, but you know what I'm saying? It's like they the dudes that's gonna take one for the squad. You got Draymond, of course. He always gonna be in the mix. He's a championship heel, legacy heel, dynasty heel, if you will. You know what I'm saying? His heelism went through and actually cultivated and sparked the dynasty because they really didn't start winning to do start playing. You know what I'm saying? So it just is what it is with that. You got Pat Bev, who I credit him for pretty much bringing the Soldier Reebok with the peanut butter soul style to the NBA. You know what I'm saying? He play like one of them dudes that can get down on any playground, and he go hoop in them Soldier Reeboks with the peanut butter soul, knowing that they're not great basketball shoes whatsoever. And of course, you have Dylan Brooks, hometown, well, not a hometown cat, but he in my city. We ain't got no parade, and he might be the fucking reason why we never will have a parade in my city. Just to be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? But this dude dresses like a heel. You got people trolling him at Starbucks, telling him to pass the fucking ball. You know what I'm saying? All kind of stuff like that. And he just laughing off. He don't give a shit. But at the same time, in terms of just being around the community, he's a good dude. He gives back. He interacts with the kids at St. Jude. He does all of the right stuff. He kind of reminds me of another great heel going back to the late 50s and 60s in the Memphis area. Sputnik Monroe. Look up Sputnik Monroe because he was down with the black folks back then. He go on Bill and kick it with the black. He went with the white folks. Sputnik kicked with the brothers. That's why when folks went to the events, they come to kick and they see Sputnik. Sputnik was actually responsible for getting the seats in Memphis for the black folks brought down to, saying, away from the terrorists, bring them down with the rest of the people in general admission. So whenever Trav ready to get the winner thing or whatever, better yet, I let MJ explain his award.
I go. So my board, I like to call myself the bridge to a lot of things. I'm the bridge to guys who are fans of the game, guys who coach the game, guys who train the game, and the guys who play the game, because I've been all for them. So believe it or not, I understand what everybody, for the most part, feels. So I'm able to try to bring everybody together in one conglomerate, just like, okay, this is what it is. So my award is the Held Back Award. And what y'all got to understand is this league is very talented, extremely talented. Also, what y'all got to understand is this league is very political, extremely political. If I am an owner of a team and there are 30,000 people who want to see one of my players shoot 25 shots a game, guess how many shots he's going to shoot? This is not hard. Like, I'm getting the bag before the chip, because to be real, if I get a championship, it's actually more taxes I got to pay. But y'all ain't ready for that discussion. Neither here nor there. So there are a lot of players that are coming in, working out every day, doing the right things, that can flat out do things at that level if given the opportunity. Yeah. So a couple of things have happened last year and even during the trade line this year that is proving our theory correct. And the three nominees that stand out, let me first give you an honorable mention as well. James Wiseman. Look at James Wiseman over in Detroit right now. He looks real comfortable. And in 3 years, he might look just like 8. Which is funny, but they couldn't find him anywhere on the floor because they tried to win now and they just didn't have time to get him what he needed. It happens. So, with that being said, we gave that honorable mention. My top 3 nominees for the Held Back Award: Spencer Dinwiddie, Mikal Bridges, and Jalen Brunson.
Now, my award, I have, and people, the guys 94 know this. There are guys who, they're not the best player, but it's just something about the way they carry themselves, about the way they handle themselves, that you just like, I can rock with that guy. And me being a little bit older, going to be 46 in 2 weeks, don't have kids of my own. So these are like my nephews. They're like, hey, nephew, you know your nephew pull up with a little cute little girl, it's prom day. Like, oh, okay, nephew, I see you. I see you doing, nephew. Your nephew pull up in the new car. Okay, nephew, I see you. So I got my 2 nephews, my basketball nephews, Mikal Bridges and Cameron Johnson, both for the Brooklyn Nets. I just think the way those 2 cats, they're young, like 26, 27, but they're pros already. They know, Mikal has really grown into that role since he got traded to Brooklyn. MJ's nominated for MJ's Held Back Award. Cam Johnson has always been a favorite. 4-year players matter. I think the Suns you make the trade to get KD because it's KD. But I think those two young fellas, man, I think they were good about the league.
Oh. Really?
So, without further ado, it's like I don't have kids of my own, so I couldn't pick one nephew over the other. So
that's such an unk answer.
So I picked them both. My I See You Nephew Award winners, Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges. I'm trying to see what this says. Yeah, Unk couldn't pick a favorite, man. I couldn't pick between my 2 nephews. So
Unk could decide his favorite, so he had to go with both.
I picked them both.
I love it.
So what we gonna do first, since we got that one out the way, we're gonna go ahead. Ham first started off. So the Hill Award. Ain't that what that was? The Hill Award?
Yeah. The top heel in the NBA, 2022, 2023.
Hey, how
None other with the team photo. It's on the right, man. I mean, this dude truly don't give a shit about being liked or disliked at all. Big Shay, remember we were talking, me and you and Trevor rapping, we were talking wrestling the other night. We were talking old school Memphis wrestling. And me and Trevor were telling you that the top heel in the territory back then wasn't even a wrestler. It was Jimmy Hart.
Yeah.
Dylan is the best heel in Memphis since Jimmy Hart. Just call it for what it is. He's the greatest heel in Memphis since Jimmy Hart.
This man is like Boris Day on Graffiti Bridge.
And to his credit, his heel activity also is reflective in his individual defensive efforts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He get down. He'll get got, but you're gonna have a long night dealing with dude because he unfazed.
Dylan is gonna, and I think the thing about it is you can't be if you're gonna be a heel, you have to D up and play if you're gonna be a heel.
Right.
You can be a non-defense playing heel, and Dylan, shot selection can be questionable and the outfits are questionable.
Oh Lord, not the outfit.
But you can't question Dylan's commitment. And all the dirty stuff that nobody else wants to do, all the dislike, Dylan, all of it.
And I'm gonna go with MJ's. I'm gonna go right here because I'm gonna tell y'all how I came up with mine. So with MJ's award, you got Spencer Dinwiddie, man. Congrats to Spencer Dinwiddie. He can't be held from scoring 18 to 20 a night, whether he a lead dog or a supporting role. He just can't. I mean, he's just gonna do what he do.
Don't matter. He gonna go get his, bro.
He's so intelligent is one thing, which he is intelligent, but he's so smart. He's so smart. It's just it can be insulting. Yeah. He's on some Rondo type smart shit. That's what he's on.
I mean, he could have went to an Ivy League school.
Yeah. I say this about the Dinwiddie one. Everybody was telling me, well, Jalen Brunson showed he could do it for a year over Mikal Bridges. Well, damn, Dinwiddie showed he could do it his whole career.
He's been doing it the whole career.
That's what I'm saying.
Every place he put him at, every time somebody got injured, this man would just step right in and just show you why he belonged in the league every time.
Yeah. I knew that's why you went with him too. You know what I'm saying? For that very reason. I'm like, he went with him more or less just because he done it in a longer span and it's been more consistent than the other two. Not just the other two, but you know what I'm saying? I just understood where you were going.
And the funniest thing about this is the exact same dude. Let me tell you, he might be a Hill nominee too for this. This man helped his team get to the playoffs to the point where he attracted KD, James Harden, and Kyrie. Got traded only to get all of them broken up and still get you traded back and still in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do y'all understand how good you have to be able to have all of the emotion going on? You go right back to the spot you started from where all of the pieces go, and y'all right back in the same spot y'all was in when you left.
Right.
And let me say this, playoff preview show coming.
Yes, sir. Should be next week.
If Philadelphia don't come to play against Brooklyn in the first round,
It's going to be stressful.
Three dudes, them three guys that won our awards, my nephews, and Spencer, they a handful on that. Them three guys on the perimeter,
I ain't gonna play with you.
Handful with a Cam Thomas, with a Nicholas Claxton. They again, we talked about a series go longer than it's supposed to go.
That one can go.
That one can end up being like, damn, Philadelphia, y'all still playing?
Exactly.
Barclays.
What?
All right, Brad.
Now, my award, and the more we keep on, I'm thinking of other titles I could have called it, but I try to be professional with it, and I call it the Sniper of the Year Award. I really wanted to call it the Alex Dillard Award. If people don't understand and know who Alex Dillard was, just go. It's YouTubeable. It's YouTubeable. Yeah. It's YouTubeable. Yeah. Understand where this man was shooting from. He was shooting from the snout, from the pigtail. He's one of them. And my three nominees, of course, it was Stephen Curry. It was Damian Lillard, and it was Trae Young. And the winner of this award is coming right up right here. Dame Dollar, man. Got to give him his props, man. He's going through hard times as far as Portland. I think he's finally coming to the realization that it's time for him to move on. But him shooting that rock, sidestepping, shooting that thing from 35 feet, that's ridiculous. Game winners. He's sending folks home, man. He's doing what he's supposed to do. But
and going to the studio.
And dropping lace tracks. Lace tracks, man. Bottom line, man. Stephen Curry, of course, we know what Steph do. Trey acting like the half court line is a 3-point line, but consistently doing that, Dame got it, man. Dame shooting it for 35 and 40 consistent. He's probably shooting it at a 40% clip.
Yeah.
Side note, one of my young boys owe me $5 for me betting on a half court shot on. Don't bet against me, bro.
This man took somebody's snack money.
I know.
Buddy by Monday.
Young boy can't get no pizza puff and a Coke, man.
It took the for nutrition money, man.
Hey, more of a story. If an old head say $5 on this shot, no matter where it's from, don't bet him.
I'd rather for them to lose it. I'd rather for them to lose that down to you than lose it in a dice game. I'm just saying.
5 by shoot. 5 by shoot.
Hey, but
right. If we go say 5 by shoot, it need to be a basketball, not the dice. You know what I'm saying?
Fellas, let me tell y'all something. Historically, Ham, you a historian. MJ certainly. We all historians.
Yes, sir.
I said on the show last year, early in the season, said Steph Curry is the best 6'3" and under basketball player we've ever seen. And I still hold that. Not changing. Purely as an offensive player, just purely as a score. Is Dame the best 6'3" and under score we've ever seen?
Kyrie.
Yeah. Him and Kai, Belt.
I can't pick between them. I will not pick between Kyrie
and that may be something we need to put in the group, man.
But in the same token,
that's they all my nephews' answer right there. All of my nephews. I ain't picking between them three. I will not. Nope.
That may be something we may put in the group and have
in
and
the
have
same
an answer.
token though. In the same token though, and I heard Draymond say something about this after the finals too. What you get with Steph now, which as opposed to what you got in the first championships, is that now he can go get a bucket whenever the fuck he want to.
Mm-hmm.
His offensive arsenal is just that now. Now it's a little bit more on the pure end with Dame and with Kai. You know what I'm saying? Because for one, both of them are actually pure point guards. They just so happen to know how to bucket too. Different way of attacking it. Where Steph, you're gonna get that from off ball, but he can still break you down, you know what I'm saying, with the handle and the whole deal too, just like they could. But it's just approach different.
Yeah.
I still would say Dame or Kai would have, the natural edge, but dude right there with them. You know what I'm saying?
It's MJ, you talk about it is because I think we're gonna look at Dame's stretch. If you just look at his numbers, the combination of volume at a really good percentage is the part to me that's like
right.
Because he shoots it off the dribble from range to me as good as Steph. From range. I think Steph is better. The movement off the ball. I think Steph does the variety of buckets.
Yeah.
But off the dribble, he yeah.
And it sucks guarding him because if you do play up on him, he will turn the corner and take off from the dotted on your ass.
Strong.
That's that Kai don't have. Could Kai do it? Probably. He just don't. But Dame will come down in traffic on you.
Yeah, remember Dame was in the dunk contest first couple years.
You know what, MJ? You got to classify these guys as it's 3 different categories. As a score, as one of these hybrid points now. We could say this hybrid point guards.
Sure.
Dame is the best scorer. Like, just he give it to you the way we like it.
Yeah.
No wasted motion.
No wasted motion.
Yeah.
None of
The
that.
most skilled, intellectual combo guard hybrid point guard. We know where that goes.
Yeah.
We know where that goes.
True that.
We know where that goes. The best freaking shooter. He got the accolades for it. And that's Steph. Off the ball, moving without it. You blink, he's gone. Don't worry about it. He gonna look at that bench. He gonna look at that bench. That bench gonna hold up the trays to the crowd. It's automatic.
Man said, don't worry about it.
Just put it up. Just put it on the board. There's 3 on.
Yeah.
So
and a lot of people, and I'm glad you mentioned that, because what a lot of people don't understand about what you just said, Trav, is to be real, to keep it a buck with you, it's harder guarding people who don't mind not having the ball than it is somebody that got the ball. That doesn't mean you can't stop them. I mean, because I still can't stop a dude who wants the ball on the time, but at least I know what's coming. I don't know what the fuck coming with Steph.
They don't even run. I don't think they even run plays. I don't even think they run plays.
This is where when
about to do. Like
yeah.
The frustration and the confusion of defenders, because it's like it's literally like, it's ones and zeros out there. It's matrix. Oh, y'all crowd play. Okay, let me go here. Let me rotate quarter. Oh, the shot fake. Has he? Okay, here. Don't go there. All right, I had to shoot it. Whatever. Like it's just like with Dame, it's very simple. I'm getting here or I'm gonna get there, and you gonna figure it out.
At least with Dame, I know where he's going to be on the floor most of the time. When Steph give the ball up, I don't know where he's going to end up.
I say that.
Right. It's 2 things with that.
Go ahead,
It's 2 things with that for me. This is where one, when people like to throw out those fantasy matchups of the Warriors against the Bulls or whoever, I'm like, who the fuck is guarding Steph? Who finna chase this dude? Think about what y'all are talking about. He's finna do this. He gonna roll. Y'all thinking that the little hip checks and all this is gonna stop? He grew up in the NBA, dog. He been used to that. He cool on that. And also, when you flip it, over on the other side with Dame, when folks say about Chris Jackson, and they be like, he was Steph before Steph. No, he was Dame before Dame. Go look at Chris Jackson film. LSU in particular. That's Dame, bro.
It's a game.
That's not Steph. He on
a
ball.
Game. I want to say 92 against Florida. He did a 1-2 so tough.
Y'all pull.
He shot that jump from the gator mouth.
Yeah.
And raised like, oh,
I think he went from 50 in that jump too.
Hey, on that same YouTube, you can pull up Chris Jackson in high school. He was who he was when he got there. In this high school game, he was doing the exact same move. Like, I literally saw him score his first 12 points, set the dude up. First tween shot. Second tween cross shot. Tween cross shot. Then shot. Like, it's like he literally picked people apart at age 16, 17, bro.
Right.
Those three guys at being quote unquote small.
And ironically, they played the same generation.
And
unfortunately, that's what has been required for you to be great at this level now. Like the game is elevated. Like we really got 7'4" dudes that shoot step backs and tip dunk and they step back. That's where we're at in life. The coach is telling you, hey, maybe you should block out. But the man maybe is like, Jesus.
We're gonna close it out. We talk about our awards. But look at like the MVP conversation has pretty much been surrounding Embiid, Jokic. But look at like Giannis's actual numbers.
Giannis is making a strong leg push.
Actually playing better now than he did either of the MVP years on a team that is the number 1 team in the East by some margin. And he's better than he was in 2 years he won the MVP. Like, talked about this for years. Like, talent level in the league right now is wild.
Hey, I remember when we did we added on, what was that, the top 25 since 2000 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Trav both had Giannis like 5. Because it's like, shit, what else he got to do? We like, what else he got to do? He'd have done everything else.
After that championship, he literally moved up 7 spots.
Right.
He was like at 7. He was like at 7 or something like that.
Yeah.
We were like, whoa, he had 10 already?
Yeah, Giannis
might be.
We talk ring culture, but to MJ's point, how that championship elevated him. I try to get stuck on the ring thing either. If Milwaukee wins the title this year, I'm gonna be very honest with you. Very honest with you. If you want to classify Giannis as a power forward, fine. Okay, let's go with that. Giannis a power forward. Bro, is Duncan, and then I'm gonna be really honest with y'all.
The
only name I'm gonna listen to above Giannis at power forward is probably KG, and after that, there's nothing else to discuss. And he goes over Barkley. He goes Dirt. Goes over Karl Malone.
How long he gonna stay under KG?
Look,
shit, it won't be long.
But here's the thing: like when I knew Giannis was him when they lost those games, and he was in front of the press conference talking. Just off hearing him talk, I'm like, oh, he there now. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
Like just the stuff he was saying was just
he figured it out.
Yeah,
I remember what you're talking about. He figured it out.
And that's the thing. This game is always going to be a mental game, even at the highest level. You got the best of the best. These dudes eat the best food. They have 24/7 access to fitness, to work on their game, work on their body, work on their mind. And guess what? When you're on that floor, you missed up 1 or 2 shots. That human kicks in. And you start asking yourself, should I take this 3rd shot? No matter how good you are. And that's the part that separates the good from the elite, is once they tap into that mental part to where they're Teflon.
Yeah.
Once you get Teflon up here, and you have the talent, it's over. Ain't really much else you can do. Like, that's the reason why KD ain't won yet. He still ain't Teflon. You still care about what these people talking about you about. That's why you ain't won.
I don't want to hold the show too much longer because I don't want to spoil the playoff preview. But I'm gonna tell you, MJ, the KD point, they are a fascinating team come playoff time.
Oh yeah.
Because you talk about guys that are playing, and I talk about this all the time. The weight of expectation now, because Chris Paul, and we've talked about this before, when you start looking at the list of people Chris Paul has played with, I like Chris Paul. I don't stand on the coach less.
Oh, damn.
I don't stand on that side. I'm not on that side. However, you got Katie and Book.
Hey.
Katie Book. Aiden is your fourth. Aiden the fourth man. Aiden the fourth man. But that's for next week. Next week, we're going to get into it because, boy, let me tell you, another thing. I know I keep saying I'm going to leave.
Keep going, man.
Ham, I know you don't want to stay up late. I know this. I don't really want to stay up late either. But that 4-5 combo in the West, whatever it turns out to be,
it's gonna be super ugly.
if it's Phoenix and the Clippers, if it's Phoenix and the Warriors.
NBA replay.net, baby. Trying to tell you. I got that one from MJ. I'm just saying. you can watch that junk quarter by quarter if you want. I'm just saying.
No, I hit that series.
Run that
whatever
back.
whatever that 4-5. I saw MJ face and I said that 4-5 combo in the West, whatever it comes out to be.
Because it's between Clippers, Warriors, and Phoenix.
You just gonna get signed up. You gotta sign you up there, big shot. Gotta sign you up.
Sign me up for whatever combo of two it is.
Hey, I don't know. By MJ's litmus test on being the best player in the world, each one of those three players have been the best player in the world at least once on that team. They got one person on the team that's been the best player in the world at least one time.
You got three.
Best player in the world in 2019. KD was the best player in the world in 2018 and 2017. Steph was the best player in the world last year.
Yeah.
Best player on the championship team. It's only fair. I don't care about this other bull that y'all be talking about. The objective is to win the game as a team. I don't care about none of that. I know. Did you complete the objective? Like, you remember back in the day when you used to stay at your homie house and, he had the Nintendo with the power pad? Like, one time my homie brought the power pad, didn't bring the cartridge. He didn't complete the objective.
You complete the objective, man.
He can't play.
What's the power pad without the damn game?
It's the power pad without the cartridge.
So now I gotta just run on the power pad. Just imagine I'm beating the cheater.
Man, what? You
Well,
think
what it's up? I can't see
you
it.
think you turtle, right?
Complete the objective, bro.
Listen, the West, again, for the 800th time, we'll talk about this next week. But the West, me, I'm still anti-playing.
That's gonna be fun too, though.
That's gonna actually be interesting.
That's gonna be fun.
If Dallas, first of all, the fact that Dallas isn't a play-in is ratchet in itself.
Hey, if Dallas becomes
you could get like
they might. We talking all this time. Look, when that game is slowing down and you need guys to just make plays, Dallas got two of them.
Got two of them.
I like Jokic, but so far you only showed that you got one and a dude that did it in the bubble.
Yeah. Yeah. So look, I am gonna let these folks go.
Yeah.
Next week, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, the playoff preview, including the play-in watch-along. I don't know who's gonna be on the TV next week when we record, but we'll be here for you.
Yeah.
Coach MJ, Trav, Ham, myself, Coach Les, our main man G2, 94 Feel Like Basketball for the people, by the people, signing out.